A horrible thing happened on the football field tonight. In the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals, Damar Hamlin was injured, requiring medical attention. Some people are saying he suffered a collision which caused a commotio cordis, which is when you get hit in the chest area and it throws off the rhythm of your heartbeat. This is a very dangerous situation. This impact causes a cardiac arrest. I'm going to first send my prayers to Damar Hamlin and his family, and I hope that this young man pulls through, and I hope that he's okay. That's the first thing you want to say. You don't want to say anything else except, Damar Hamlin, we wish the best for this young man. This young man's life is in the balance. As humans, we should have empathy for one another. And the first thing when someone is seriously hurt is we're concerned about their health. Because no amount of money, no amount of fan lure, no amount of merchandising, no amount of commercial advertising, no amount of seat sales is worth someone's life. Which brings me to my next point. Skip Bayless is a sports analyst, announcer, commentator. He works for Fox. He formerly worked for ESPN. Skip Bayless has a panache for saying things he shouldn't say, for being disrespectful. He was very disrespectful to his co-anchor, Shannon Sharpe, just a couple of weeks ago, disrespected him live on air, and a lot of people called him out for it. Well, here he is again making a comment about, at the most inopportune time, the most inappropriate time, he comments about Damar Hamlin's injury, and he makes it about, what do we do about the game? He says, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game. But how? That's real simple, Skip. We just postponed the rest of the game, which is what the NFL did, because the NFL doesn't want it to appear that they don't care about the lives of their players. The NFL realizes kind of hard to go on when a person's heart just stopped on the field. 9 minutes of cardiac treatment, including a defibrillator being used on a 24-year-old player on the field. Rushed to the hospital. Skip continues. He says, this late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome. My God, man. What is wrong with Skip? Here's the point. Nothing's wrong with Skip. This is Skip. Skip Bayless has shown who Skip Bayless is several times. This is why they like Skip. Because he will stir the pot, he will insult, degrade, and be as callous as necessary in order to get clicks and views, in order to be top of conversation. And he achieved that all at the expense of this young man. He ends his tweet with ... which suddenly seems irrelevant. Skip Bayless is playing corporate games. He's playing media games at the worst possible time. I'm one of the people that had a problem with it. Millions of people seem to have a problem with it. In fact, it's already in Skip's Wikipedia page. It's already etched in the stone about how horrible this statement was and how it's being received by the public at large. Skip Bayless is an unfeeling, unable to check the temperature of the room scumbag. He's a person devoid of true connection, who puts profits over people. He's callous. He's incorrectly calibrated to the level of sensitivity he should have. I'm not saying he has to act super woke. I'm not saying he has to recite a prayer. I'm not saying he's got to sing hymns. But he could say, remember, Skip Bayless is at home. He's not live. He's not stuck on TV having to come out with words to say and says the wrong thing. He's sitting at home. I assume watching the game, tweeting. He thought the tweet. He wrote the tweet. He sent the tweet. He didn't have to delete the tweet. Nothing's more important than the young man's health. That was the point of my last tweet. I'm sorry that it was misunderstood, but his health is all that matters. Again, everything else is irrelevant. I prayed for him and will continue to. He says that's what he meant. He meant that nothing matters except the young man's health. Why not say nothing matters except the young man's health? Then people would praise Skip. Well, actually, they probably wouldn't praise him, but he would not be on the chopping block, so to speak, and there would not be this frenzy. But see, Skip said what he said because he wants the frenzy. He wants all the smoke. He can play victim. Did I do that? There will be a certain contingent of people that defend him, and there will be people that are angrily bash him, which creates just the perfect storm for a lot of focus. This is why Skip Bayless makes the big bucks, because he will say the cruel, unusual things, the harsh things, the insensitive things, the inhumane things that garner that type of attention. It works so well. You think Skip at 71 years old does not understand that the way the wind was blowing? I don't think you become 71 without understanding the way the wind blows. Skip Bayless has been in the journalist business since the 70s. He's 70, and he's been in the business since 1970, and Skip Bayless knows what Skip Bayless is doing. This was intentional. Should Skip Bayless be canceled? Yes! And I never say that. He should be canceled. I'm not saying cancel him, though. I'm saying if you don't cancel him for this, short of him being caught with a dead hooker or a live boy in his bed, there will be no reason to ever cancel him. What is too far if this is not it? He disrespected Shannon Sharp 2 weeks ago, live on the air. Belittles him, basically calls him a boy. Tells him to put his glasses back on. Calm down. You blacks are so emotional. Nothing happens. I think he apologized for that. And now he is 2 weeks later. Black football player, in critical condition, by the way, fighting for his life. And we're not focusing on Damar Hamlin because we're having to go after Skip and tell him what a horrible individual he is. Do you know that Damar Hamlin is a great individual, a great young man of promise, a young man that runs toy drives? He's got a toy drive right now. $1 million worth of toys being raised for kids right now. I think it just passed $1 million. It's online. It's on the GoFundMe. That's Damar Hamlin. Skip Bayless is a parasite. That's what he is. That's why he makes the big bucks. That's why he continues to be employed by Fox News, because he's willing to be dragged about the internet in order to make the show relevant, in order to keep things focused, in order to play the media games necessary. And all I'm saying is, we need better people. We need a better system. We need a better society that does not reward the Skip Baylesses. And we need people that don't defend the indefensible. There is nothing to be defended. If you're defending Skip Bayless, it's because you are not smart enough to understand the game this dude is playing. He's playing a game that I'm going to insult as many black people as humanly possible. And really, all people, but this just happens to be a black guy. And Shannon Sharp just happened to be a black guy as well. I wonder what's next. What black guy he will offend next. So he's got that going for him, and that works really well for the Fox News crowd, who are now defending this guy. And folks, for the record, one of the worst things about this is not just the callous nature of Skip Bayless. It overshadows all the great things that are happening. Yes, it was unprecedented, the levels that the NFL went to try to take care of Damar Hamlin. The stopping of the game. The medical personnel, the way they rushed out, the way they applied as much of attention as possible to Damar. The fan outcries, the fan outside the hospital where Damar is, holding a vigil right now. The online activity, the donations too, The charity ran by Damar Hamlin for the kids, for the toys. The football players in tears on the field, exhibiting their emotions. The players praying and crying, literal tears out the eyes of players. The coaches, you can see the emotion in the coaches' faces. The refs' faces, everybody in attendance wiped out emotionally. All of that is amazing. And that's what we are. That's what the focus should be, on how amazing that is. But unfortunately, it's my job to point out the elephant in the room. And that elephant is a 5'10", scrawny little white boy by the name of Skip Bayless, who happens to be 71 years old. That is who Skip Bayless is. But it's even worse because Skip Bayless does it for money. He plays the role of the toddler. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to pretend to be aggrieved. He's going to pretend to be attacked. And how could you think, that's that bullshit, that BS they play on us, right? Whenever they get out of pocket and disrespect us as human beings, when they disrespect the blacks and treat us like garbage, and we say, what is this? Why are you disrespecting me? How dare you do that? What the hell you think you're talking to, man? I'm a man. Treat me as such. That's when they go, what? What's wrong? Why are you so upset? I don't get it. What's wrong with you? Why are you so angry with me? I didn't do anything. Then you are getting emotional, black person. Why are you so upset? I didn't do anything. You took it the wrong way. You're so sensitive. Why don't you calm down? Go get a massage. Why don't you want some chicken and some watermelon or something? Listen to some Stevie Wonder and go relax. Go relax. Light some sage. Go meditate, black person. You're so angry, black person. Angry, angry, angry. And they're switching on you. Yeah, they intentionally hurt your feelings, disrespect you, step on your manhood, your womanhood, your personhood, and then they say, oh, I can't believe you thought that of me. How do you think that I'm not a good person? I'm telling you, this is the Skip Bayless playbook in the scumbag white guy. And certain other people may do it, but in my experience, it's a very white thing. They never understand what they've done. And then when you call them out for it, they defend themselves by saying, you were wrong for calling them out for what they did because they don't know what they're doing. They didn't mean it that way. That's Skip Bayless to a T. And will he continue to be employed by Fox? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He will absolutely do. And unlike Kyrie Irving, who got into hot water over a tweet, Kyrie didn't type a single letter. He didn't make a statement that was wrong. He didn't make a statement that was insensitive. He shared a link to a video. That's not what Skip Bayless did. He typed words. He said his thoughts. And what would the punishment be for that? I'm betting nothing, because Skip has the complexion for the protection from the collection. Shout out to Paul Mooney. I got a special report. It's called Skip Bayless. 5 reasons Skip Bayless is a scumbag. Send your email to skipbayless@10blacktv.com. My thoughts and prayers are with Damar Hamlin. We're pulling for you, we're praying for you, and we wish you the very best. Football can wait. Hey, Skip, how hard was that?